Students, in today's session we are going to see one more program in transferring a data serially. In the last class we have seen one program where we have transferred only one letter. In the previous class we have written a program to transmit a data, that is to transmit only one letter. Okay, to transmit only one letter serially. Now we are going to write a program to transfer the data VTU, that is it is having three letters. Now we are going to transmit the data VTU to the receiving end. So for that we have to write a program in this class. So the program is write a program to transfer VTU serially at 9600 baud rate, 8-bit data, 1 stop bit, and we need to do this continuously. So here to the data to be transmitted is VTU. So we have to load this VTU in SBuffer register. Then the 9600 is the baud rate. So this corresponding to this 9600 baud rate, we need to calculate, and after calculation we got -3. So this we need to load it onto our timer register, that is TH1. Why? Because we are going to prefer 8-bit auto reload. To prefer 8-bit auto reload, we need to load TMOD register with either 20H or 02H depending upon the timer what we are going to use. And SCON is also a very important register where we need to load it to have a serial control towards the data transfer. For that the key points what they had given is 8-bit data we are going to send, 1 stop bit, and we need to do this continuously. So the SCON should be loaded with 50H because we know the configuration of the SCON where your 7th bit and 6th bit will define the modes of operation, that is 0001, 1011, and the next bit will establish a communication between the microprocessor and the data to be transferred. And here we need to enable, that is 1 stop bit. We have 1 stop bit also, and we need to continuously run this program. So first line we need to write TMOD, move TMOD, and this TMOD, consider I am going to prefer timer 0. So if I am going to prefer timer 0, I will be writing it as 02H. If I prefer timer 0, then the baud rate has to be loaded with TH0, comma, after calculation we are getting -3H for this 9600 baud rate. Then I have to load my serial control register. Move SCON has to be loaded with 50H. Why? Because according to the mode of data transfer and requirement of the stop bit, I am going to load my SCON register with 50H. Once these 3 lines is mandatory, that is loading your TMOD register, TH register, and SCON register. TMOD register is loaded based on the mode of operation, timer mode of operation. TH is loaded based on your baud rate. TH register is loaded based on your baud rate, and SCON register is loaded based on the mode of operation, whether we need to establish a separate communication between the processor and the data to be received, and based on your stop bit. After this what we have to do is we need to start the timer, that is set B TR0. Since I have used timer 0, I have to use the timer run bit of 0. Then I have to transmit the data VTU. VTU, it is a 3 bits you are having. So separately we need to be sent once to SBuffer. So after this I have to move A, hash. Since it is a ASCII code, I am going to transfer it with V. Okay. Then I am going to call a subroutine. So in the subroutine, which is going to be mandatory in the sense, these 3 lines are going to be mandatory. That is move SBuffer, A. What it is going to do? So when this particular line is executed, when move A, hash V is executed, your content of accumulator is loaded with the ASCII data V. then it has to be display. To display, we need to write the code. To display the letter V onto the receiving end, I have to load this particular V onto my SBuffer register. So I want to write the code SBuffer, comma, accumulator. So when I write this particular line, this line, how it works in the sense, whatever content you have in accumulator, that will be moved on to your SBuffer register. So this is the syntax that we are following for this. Next, after loading the data onto the accumulator, SBuffer register, you have to check for your timing interrupt. So till the timing interrupt is enabled, you need to run this loop. So you wanted to check jump no bit timing interrupt, comma, again. So this again will come in the same line again. Why? Because till the data is transferred. Once the data is transferred, your timing interrupt will go high. Once it go high, it will come out of this loop and you need to clear your timing interrupt flag. Then return. So when return instruction is executed, as soon as the return instruction is seen, it goes to the next statement of your call instruction. So the next statement of the call instruction is going to be T. So first time V has been transferred, next T it should be get transferred. So when T wants to be transferred, then you need to load this T onto the T buffer register. So you call this transmission loop. So when this particular line is executed, your program counter will store this particular address and the control is transferred over here. When this line is executed, it transmits your accumulator content to SBuffer register. So what is the content of your accumulator? T is the content of the accumulator. So now for the second time, your SBuffer register is loaded with T. Then it will check for your timer interrupt flag. So the timer interrupt flag is checked. Why? Because whether the data has been transmitted or not. Just to check that one, we are going to check this timing interrupt flag. Till the timer interrupt flag is not set, the loop will be continuing in the same line. Once the timing interrupt flag is set, your control comes out of this loop and your timing interrupt flag is clear. Then after this return instruction scene, it goes to the next instruction of your call instruction. So the next letter is U. So after the U is loaded onto the accumulator, again it has to be loaded onto your SBuffer register to place the content onto the transmitting channel, and the same need to be received onto your receiving end also. So once your timer interrupt flag is set, your U, it means that your letter U has been received on the receiving end. Likewise, we need to write the program. This is the logic for transmitting the data VTU serially onto the receiving end with a baud rate of 9600 and 8-bit data, 1 stop bit, and it will be continuously. So when you open in a Keel software, when you open the serial window 1, so go to view, you open serial window 1, then in that a window will get opened. So in this VTU, so after some time VTU, after some time VTU, after some time you will receive the data VTU. Likewise, it will be continuously, that is infinite times it will be displaying. Okay, this is how you need to write the program to transfer the data VTU serially at a baud rate of 9600. So next one is, so these are all the steps which we have discussed earlier. That is, the first step is to you have to check your TI flag. First you need to load your TMOD register. Then according to the baud rate you have to load your TH register. Then according to the mode of operation you have to load your SCON register. Once it is done, you need to load your SBuffer register with the data what we need to send. Then you have to check your transmit interrupt flag. Once the transmit interrupt flag is set, you need to come out of this loop. So till the data gets transmitted, the timing transmit interrupt flag will be equal to 0. Once the timer interrupt flag is set, it will come out of the loop. You need to clear your TI flag for the next data to be next byte of data to get it transfer. So this is how you are you need to write the program. So this is the sequence how you need to follow to write your program. And the same has been discussed. One more, we'll discuss it here. Write a program for 8051 to receive a byte of data. Now transmitting over. Now I have to receive the data. To receive a byte of data, what we need to do? Here also baud rate is given 8-bit and 1 stop bit. Same procedure. You have to load your TMOD register. Then you have to load TH register with the baud rate. Then you have to load your SCON register. The first 3 line is going to be common. So the first one TMOD. So when you wanted to load the TMOD register, you load it with as a particular timer with the mode of operation, that is 8-bit auto reload. So the data will be loaded in the TMOD register is going to be 20. Then with the 4800 baud rate. So before the calculation, as I have shown how to calculate the data to be loaded onto your TH register for a particular baud rate. So in the previous done, we got a calculation for 4800 baud rate. We need to load -6 in TH register. So the second line, move TH1 comma hash -6, because TH1 why we are preferring in the mode of operation. In T mode we have preferred timer 1 register. Okay. Next is here SCON. SCON means 50H you decide, because it will be operating at a variable baud rate. Move SCON comma hash 50H. If you are fixing the communication to happen at one particular baud rate, then there should be a synchronization between our two devices. So if that is not going to be there, if that synchronization is not going to be there, then there will be mismatch in the data transfer. So you make the modes of operation to operate at variable baud rate. Then after doing this particular 3 step, the next step is I have to load the data, I have to receive the data, right? So for that I need to transmit. I need to run the timer run bit. TR is nothing but timer run bit. Since I have used timer 1, I have to use TR1. Then jump no bit RI. That is, if I am not receiving, like RI means receive interrupt. If this interrupt is not set, it means that I have not received any information. Suppose if I have received any information, then RI flag will be set. So when it is set, it means that automatically the data is available in the S buffer. Then I need to take back the data to some register to view it. So I have to give the line call move A comma S buffer. While transmitting the data, you will load the S buffer first and then you will be checking for TI, that is transmit interrupt flag. When you receive the data, first you will be checking your receiving interrupt flag, that is RI flag. After the RI flag is set, you need to load the data. Once it is set, means it is understood that my S buffer register is loaded with some data that has to be moved on to some register. So in this particular program, I have loaded my S buffer register data to accumulator, but directly also in accumulator you can see the output, or you by means of, suppose if I wanted to see the output on any port, I can move the accumulator content to my port. Then after the data is received, I have to clear my RI, that is return interrupt flag I have to clear. Since I wanted to receive the data continuously, I am going to give an infinite loop, that is S jump here. Okay, I have to check whether any other data has been received or not. So according to that, I will be moving the loop, and I will give the control of the loop over here, so that I will be receiving the data continuously in this program. So this is one of the program that describe the receiving of data. So while transmitting the data, you will be checking your TI flag, that is transmit interrupt flag. While receiving the data, you will be checking your receive interrupt flag. So in the next class, we will see what is meant by interrupt, what are the different types of interrupt we have, and what is meant by polling. Thank you, students.